Our dreams for Uganda are very big, not only to reach out to Uganda and the many areas in Uganda and on the islands that are unreached and unchurched, but also even many places that have had some exposure to the gospel have not always received doctrine and theology and even the Bible in a correct way. There is an old saying that the church in Africa is a mile long but only an inch deep. And so yes, the church in Africa is growing, and it's growing at a dramatic rate, and it's going to have a huge impact on the world in the next few years. But we've found that the greatest need was not really to go out and do mass evangelism or crusades and reach mass amounts of people, but that the people really needed to be discipled. They really needed to be trained so that they could carry the gospel forward themselves. They have a calling to reach out to their own people, but many times they just do not have the training to do it. They don't even know how to do it. They did not have access to the resources that we have traditionally had access to, and so we are trying to provide those resources. We're trying to provide that training so that they can really reach out to their own country. And that's the same way that we're trying to reach into Sudan, and then we will do the same thing in Congo. We will begin to identify a group of men and women who feel called to be pastors, who feel called to plant churches for the Lord, and we will begin to train them and help them with the resources that they need. We need about 40 missionaries in the next 10 years just to even begin to accomplish what we feel like God is calling us. Even in the next 5 years, we are praying for 25 missionaries to reach into these strategic locations. So we just are so thankful that even though what seems to be overwhelming to us is not overwhelming to God, the need is great, but it's not bigger than our God that we serve. And so we continue to be faithful and to trust Him that He will provide the resources and the personnel in His perfect timing. We recognize that we are literally reclaiming territory from Satan himself, territory that he has claimed for years and years and years, but we are reclaiming it for the kingdom of God. We really feel like this is the time. We don't know how long that time will be, but we want to seize this opportunity with everything that we have so that we do not lose any ground. We need to seize this day. And so we are praying that God will help us to do this so that we can reach Uganda and the surrounding countries in a very dramatic way for His kingdom and for His glory.